So right here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this damn Berserk Staff guy before he causes any issues. So this is what Sane's going to be his main purpose for this fight. Getting rid of Mr. Berserk, which honestly, that's a pretty solid reason to keep him around, so I'm not going to complain with that. And as far as Nurgle, there's also a lot of flavor text you can get with Nurgle, not just like with the Lords and Athos, but if you attack him with Nino and Jafar, there's a little bit of flavor text. And also if you bring Renault in, or not Renault, Renault in, Renault also has flavor text with Nurgle too, because apparently a long time ago there was like a bit of a subplot where apparently Renault made a deal with Nurgle that you know, his friend was hurt and Nurgle would try to help him, but instead I think Nurgle just like harvested his friend for quintessence, or may have even just turned him into a morph in general. And as a result, yeah, that's kind of what happened with the whole Renault storyline. You don't really find that out, and you really only find out more about that if you've done like support conversations with Renault, because he can have support conversations with a couple of people. So I always found that stuff kind of interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much some of the other stuff that I could have mentioned. I'm glad I was able to bring Nino so I could show that. Legault would be harder to justify because, you know, he is a utility unit. And he's more than likely not up to par compared to your other units, so it would be kind of risky to use him, but, you know, he is there if you do want to use him. But let's go ahead and finish this chapter up, guys, because, you know, we've seen basically all the things I wanted to show off. We have a long cutscene to finish it up, too, so there's still definitely things going to be happening. I'm glad I was able to use some of my other units, though, before it got too late. Let's use... I guess I'll just use my magic units to get rid of these guys. There's not really a good reason to show off the Nurgle and Nino the conversation, because you essentially have to fight Nurgle with Nino, and that'd be kind of risky by itself. But it is there, again, if you want that flavor text. Most people generally do. Let's see some of this Jespenst action. Damn, that looks frickin' evil. I mean, I know that's kind of the point of dark magic, but damn. Looking pretty creepy there, Canas, not gonna lie. Pretty decent level up. Decent. I say it's decent. Yeah, let's do Excalibur. Excalibur! May as well keep giving Nino some level ups, why not? Let's see how many stats of hers we can cap. It's kind of a shame Nino's probably not going to be the MVP, because she really is great. It's just, you get her so late in the game that it's most likely never going to happen. Like, look at these stats. I think she just maxed skill. No, not quite. Either way, she's doing great. Okay, so that's not a good battle. Not many of these battles will be great, though, to be honest. Use Ring Flinch. I can use Ring Flinch. This also really puts Rebecca at risk, but you know what? Let's get some hits in. Wow, he dodged a 94%. Of course, I get hit by a 79. Life is unfair. Oh, God. Okay, let me do the math here. So 60, that's 32. 32. 46. You have to be able to kill him. Yeah, okay, he's dead. I mean, assuming that you freaking hit with this Farina. I'm not going to read the Eliwood and Hector dialogue, because I'm pretty sure I read that in Eliwood mode, so we're good there. Oh shoot, this was new dialogue. I didn't realize that was new dialogue in Hector Mode. Well, sorry, I mean, I didn't, like, skip it completely, so at least you get to pause if you want to read it. Man, this just kind of, like, proves that Nurgles are really, really... And when I say good, I don't mean in a, like, pure sense, but in a, like, villain sense. Pretty good villain. Gotta give him credit for that. Nurgle! I cannot understand you, Hector of Ostia. Why you would do all of this for Eliwood. Is this miserable thing called friendship worth dying for? I don't expect you to understand. You've forgotten what it means to be human. Nurgle, my connection to you is over. I'm finishing everything up right here. That would be awesome if you got a critical right there. Why? Why did I want power? Quintessence? Don't understand, but... Ah, not like this. I will not die like this! With my last breath, tremble in despair. Ha 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 ha! So really quickly, I believe he says the quintessence line only if you've beaten Kashuna all 3 times. I think. Don't quote me on that. So I'm going to go ahead and read this, but if it's the exact same as it is in Eliwood, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. But, dialogue. Nils, what is it? I don't know. Why am I crying? Don't worry, you've been through a lot. It's just a relief. You've done well, haven't you? Everything's okay. The world's been saved. And I know that Ninian is happy too. What was that? What on earth? What happened? It can't be. Okay, so here we go. Gotta fight the dragon again. Not much to really say. It's pretty much the same as it was before. Sleep. Wanna ignore you. Bolting. I mean, you're gonna be pretty annoying regardless, so... Basically, again, 3 spaces is the range. It can't actually move. Okay, where Hector's standing is fine. And where Lynn's standing is fine. So if we just move everyone kind of in this diagonal. Let me also look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just get you started on attacking, because why not? I think this is pretty much okay. I mean, I can put one of my units here. Like, I don't mind if you go to sleep. You're not going to really do much anyway. And you have enough resistance to probably survive. Oh, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we're good. Oh, damn it. She fell asleep. I mean, I do have other means of, you know, waking her up, so it's not a big deal. I mean, I can just do this. Now again, the thing you gotta remember about the dragon is that he does a fixed 37 damage every single turn, so you can't really... You can't exactly, like, get beyond that, so... Just keep that in mind. Let's see, now everyone is safe, pretty much. And see, he can heal for a full bar, so we can also use that to our advantage, too. Something clever we can also do to put a little more damage output on the table is I could also put Lynn a bit closer so I could give the support. Just... Oh, I can't use him now, though. But he's already getting pretty close to being done, so... He'll do 29 again. Or not 29, 26. So it'll be 35. He'll have 15 remaining. So guys, remember when I tried to get the final kill with Eliwood in the Eliwood mode playthrough, but then Hector got the final kill? How about we do the same thing? This time with Eliwood stealing the kill from Hector. Then watch as Hector just gets like a surprise critical or something. Or actually, you know what? She can crit though. You know what? Let's go for it. She can't die. Come on, 30%, 30%. Yes! She got it! Oh my god. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Eliwood, are you alright? Yes. Thanks to you, Hector. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. I truly thank you. Ninny, I don't need your thanks. Friends help friends. Let's work together and think about the future. If the entire continents were made a place where dragons and humans could live together, like the hidden city Lord Athos spoke of, Arcadia. What a wonderful world that would be. But that's certainly something that won't happen for a long, long time. So we can't stay here. The gate is still open. If it remains so, other dragons will certainly pass through. Before that happens, we must return to our world. We must regain our power and seal the gate from that side. Are you saying I'll never see you again? That can't be. Lord Eliwood, I am truly blessed that I have had the chance to meet you. Please, please, don't forget me. Ninian. Come, Nils, let us go. We must return to our world. Lord Eliwood, Lord Hector, Lady Lynn, thank you. My opinion of humans has changed since meeting you. Meeting all of you. There are humans in the world we're returning to, too. Finding a way to live together may be hard, but we're going to try. Okay, good luck. I'll miss you. Take care, both of you. Thank you. Be well, everyone. Oh, daybreak. Beautiful, isn't it? The start of another day. Let's go home to Lycia. One year later. Oh, Ambrose. You made it. Come, relax. What? You came to say goodbye? I haven't seen you in so long. And you're leaving? Oh, you heard too. Now that word of my brother's death has spread. The throne can't be left empty forever. Being the leader of all Lycia doesn't really suit me. My brother let me play around for quite a while. If I don't grow up soon, my brother won't be able to rest. The burden Zuther carried as Marcus Ostia. His feelings for the citizenry of Ostia and all of Lycia. I'll succeed him at everything. Easy to say, but I'm sure it's going to be difficult. Hector! Well, if it isn't Ambrose, been a long time. Ah, but Ambrose not here for long, though. Some friend, eh? Oh, that's too bad. Oh, yes, Ambrose. We have a favor to ask of you. It's a little bit premature, but... would you be our first child's godparents? You are the patron to our romance, after all. Name? You've already decided on that. We're going to name him Uther, after my brother. I beg your pardon? What if it's a girl? It's my child, it'll be a boy. We'll pit him against Eliwood's son to see who's the strongest. This is all he ever talks about. Honestly, I don't know if he'll ever grow up. So, Ambrose, if it is a girl, are you leaving? Say, Ambrose, do you remember Athos's final words? I sealed Armad's away, like it used to be, but I can still feel its power pulsing inside me. War is coming. Someday, a terrible war. When that day comes, I want you to be there when that day comes. I want you to guide my children and me. We'll meet again, I'm sure of it. Okay, well, that's, again, the credits. That's it for Fire Emblem. It's been a long project, it's been a long several months, but it's finally over. I had fun. I mean, I basically spent like more than half the year playing one of my favorite games of all time. Like, that's, you know, that's just something that I can look at and just be happy that, like, you know, throughout the year, even though I didn't complete as many projects this year or as many games this year that I have other years, I still played one of my all-time favorites essentially twice, and I had fun with it. It definitely got tiring, it definitely wore me out a lot. The editing for the second half was really tedious, but I still had fun with it, and I can't recommend this game more than I already have, because it's an amazing game. Maybe not the best entry into the Fire Emblem series for those who are interested into it, but you know, that's not really even saying a lot, because this is the game that got me into the series, so obviously it did something right. But just a fantastic game, and I definitely recommend it for anyone who's interested in it, because it's a game that's very near and dear to my heart, and that's what I really love about it. But as you can see, we're seeing the turn totals. Keep in mind, I do a lot of supporting in this playthrough, so you'll see some maps that'll jump up in turns. Yep, there they are. So yeah, I'm not going to get a good speed rating, but that just kind of goes without saying. But I'm going to go ahead and just cut to basically the important epilogues. Matthew returned to Ostia, where he led the network of spies for the new Marcus. During this hectic time, his thoughts turned to Sarah. Thanks to her, the pain of losing Layla slowly became more bearable. When her grandfather died, Len asked that Kalen be taken under Ostian protection. Sane requested his discharge and moved to Foray with his beloved Rebecca. Their son is nothing like his father, thankfully. Farina's love for Dart compelled her to stay in Lycia. She visited Badon often and flirted with Dart at every chance. He never knew how serious she was when she told him that a female pirate would be quite profitable. After these dragonkin bid farewell to the land of their birth, they returned to their new world. Meeting Eliwood warmed the hearts of these ice dragons with the hope that man and dragon could live in peace. Geitz resumed his aimless wandering. He still searches for a land that he can finally call his home. Harkin worked closely with Marcus to rebuild the Knights of Foray. They are slowly rebuilding their strength and prestige. After the conflict, Carla became involved with a warrior she met. She died of an illness several years later. Hector succeeded his brother as the Marquess of Ostia, but the pain of his brother's death weighed heavily on him. His beloved Lyn gave him comfort and helped him become an enlightened leader. Okay, well guys, I think that's going to be it. I think I covered all of the epilogues that were unique and the ones we haven't seen before, and I believe the final cutscene is the same as it was in Eliwood's mode, so don't think I have anything else to show on that page, but I think that's it. We're done with Fire Emblem 7. There is going to be one last extra video to kind of show off some of the remaining things that are still in this game. It's nothing major, just a few things here and there. Also just kind of discuss a few things about the menus. Also want to spend a little bit of time of talking about Hector Hard Mode, because it is a very unique mode that changes a lot of different things throughout the game, so I'll definitely highlight that as well. But I think with that, as you can see, I have the MVP stats on screen if you want to see how all the characters ranked. And I think this is the time to actually close it out. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being a part of this playthrough. For those who've watched it for so long, it's been a major undertaking. I'm glad I finally have one of my all-time favorite games covered on this channel. As far as the future of Fire Emblem, you guys are probably wondering which Fire Emblem game I'm going to be covering next. Well, the next game I'm going to be covering is I'm going to be covering the follow-up to this game, which is weird to call it a follow-up because technically it released before this game, but the continuation of the Eliwood storyline, which will take place in Fire Emblem 6, the game that features Roy as the main character. So that's going to be my next Fire Emblem project. It's not going to be as long as this one, I can tell you that right now, mainly because there's not really a lot different in terms of, there's not like different playthroughs. It's one playthrough, there's a couple of branching paths here and there, and there's not really a lot of extra content either. So it's just going to be focusing on just that playthrough by itself. So that'll be the next Fire Emblem game I cover. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Probably not right away. Probably not going to be next year either. And may not even be the year after that. I have no idea, especially with how my channel is going to be changing quite a bit over the next year. But it is something that, you know, if I ever get back in the Fire Emblem series, that is probably the next game I'm going to do. So I'll see you guys for that. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Later, folks.